Hello there.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to Cantina Social, our very first live stream in June 2025. It is great to be here, June the 6th. And looking forward to talking some toys. Hope you guys are doing well. It is great to be back. It is great to be talking Mattel's Jurassic World toy line for the Mattel Jurassic World for the Rebirth film, which comes out next month. So lots to look at there. And yeah, what's up, you guys? How are you guys doing? Thank you for being here. This show is not what it is without you. So thank you for your participation. Thank you for your tuning in. Thank you for your watching the replay and all that stuff. Really appreciate you guys, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good week, and that you're healthy and you are safe and you are content. So tonight, no guest, which means we're probably going to go a little bit shorter of a time. As you may recall, I was under the weather last week, bad cough, hard to talk. It's way better this week, but it is still not 100%. So because I'm talking to myself, probably going to go a little bit shorter than we normally would. I did try to book a few guests. Unfortunately, none of them panned out, but that's okay. That's the way it goes. Show business is show business, and the show must go on regardless. So rain or shine, healthy or sick, we do Cantina Social Hour as needed. So I do plan on taking a little break. I know I mentioned that last show, and I do intend to do that soon. I don't know when that's going to be exactly, but I'm thinking I may take like a month off. I know, boo, hiss, but I think I kind of need it. And also, I have big plans for my collection display room. There is a big reorganization in my collection room coming very soon. In fact, I have a DTOF that has been sitting in the garage unassembled since IKEA discontinued the DTOFs. And it's been my intent to get it built. And it's been probably 2 years that it's been sitting in my garage. And we're planning on getting it built. We're planning on moving some shelves around. And having the fourth DTOF, of course, will enable me to put more Hot Toys and 6-scale stuff on displays. So really need that extra DTOF. It's going to go a long way for my displays. And then reconfiguring the shelves is going to it's going to be a process, but it's going to be well worth it once all is said and done. Now I am finally on summer vacation as of today. So I'm on summer break from work. As an educator, we do get summer breaks. So I am off for the next 6 weeks or so. So I'm really looking forward to having that time to work on my collection, to decompress, to recharge my batteries, and to re-energize, because I'm going to need all that energy come once those 6 weeks are over, because there's a lot going on. I'm continuing my own educational pursuits as well with school, because I want to be a school principal. So got to keep working, got to keep yeah, anyway, you guys, let's see who's in the house. Let's see who's joining us tonight for Cantina Social Hour. What Cantinians are with us thus far? Our resident soda fountain bartender, Dodgson, is with us. Jurassic June is in full swing. Happy Jurassic June. And I'm excited for the wonderful topics for this week's Social Hour. Dodgson, I knew you would enjoy this show. I really did. And he also adds that the soda fountain is open. Our moderator, Adam, is here. He says, hi. He is, he's keeping us safe. Thank you for moderating, Adam, as always. He's watching the Cantina. Let's see. Our favorite bouncer, indeed. David Matthews, happy Friday to you, sir. Peak Obi-Wan, happy Friday to you. Slide me a Kool-Aid. Coming right up, Dodgson. Dodgson's got the Kool-Aid. I think he can do that. Very nice. Let's see who else is here. Just reading through your messages. Charlie the Unicorn is with us. What's up, Charlie? Betteray Bob is with us. Hello, Bob. Our friend Mary is here. Hi, Mary. Allison is with us. Hello, Allison. Scott McManigle's with us, sitting on a plane on a tarmac, hoping to take off to Denver, watching until then. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Scott. Thank you. I've been to the Denver airport. It's a lovely airport. Been there a couple of times. And yeah, thank you for watching until you take off. Appreciate that. Let's see. Alex is with us. How's it going, Alex? All right. Well, let's do this. So tonight's topics, if you guys saw the banner, we're focusing primarily, not 100%, but primarily on Mattel's Jurassic World toy line, because the toy line just launched on June the 1st, which is this very past Sunday. And we're going to talk about all the different weight assortments for Wave 1 that Mattel has brought out. This is a huge toy line. Mattel does not mess around when it comes to Jurassic, and they see new movies coming. Let's make a very big toy line to coincide with that movie, and let's give the people what they want. So good job, Mattel. I appreciate them and has been doing for all these years that they've been running this license and this franchise. So they've been doing a really good job. So we're going to talk about that. There's a little Star Wars news from earlier today, so we're going to talk about that for Vintage Collection and new acquisitions. I have a lot of new acquisitions, you guys. I have some exciting. I have something, you guys, that's like not a toy. Here, I'm going to give you the teaser right now. It's not a toy. You can guess what you want if you want. It's not a toy. It is a collectible. It's not an action figure. It is not a franchise. But it is a very, 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 very cool collectible. I don't know if I want to say one of a kind because it's not the only one in existence, but it's a rare. I'm probably not helping at all with this tease, but it is something very exciting that I obtained, and it is definitely one of the centerpieces and prizes of my personal collection. If you know me outside of Star Wars and Jurassic and Batman and collect, the usual stuff. If you know my interests, you may be able to guess what it is. That's all I'm going to say. It is something. It's an object. So I mean, it is an actual thing. So it is something that I have that I'm very proud of. And I'll show you guys later. Or should we do it right now? Should we do it right now? Should we do a new acquisition like early? It is a really big one. So I'm like, should I save it for the end? I think we should save it for the end. But if you guys want to like what do they say in The Godfather? Wet my beak. I do have a little, I can give you a little something here. Let's see. All right. Let's start off. Let's do that. Let's start off with something. All right. This is a really easy one. It's not exciting at all. I guarantee you're not going to be excited to see this. So I did do a Disney trip very recently since we were last on. And so I'll give you a little teaser of an acquisition sort of thing. So for my droids, you guys know I love my astromech droids that I build. These are these little antennas. These are these little blasters. This was the last accessory I needed for my droids. So I was at Galaxy's Edge and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get that finally. Because I'm going to have the summer off. I'm blocked out for the summer. I cannot go back to Disney until my pass is blocked until early August. So I can't go back. But yeah, so that's my one thing I'm going to show you. Adam said, Adam. Wow, Adam, are you close? Is it possible that you're close to what it actually is? Oh my God. It could very well be. We'll have to wait and see. Save it for the end. Okay, I'll save it for the end. Not Disney park related. The ghosts are at it again. Really? I haven't noticed anything on my end. Sorry about that, Dodgson. I have not noticed anything on my end, but I am sorry to hear that. All right, cool. A month. Yes. It may be like a month. I don't know. I just kind of need it. Like, I feel like I need a break. I love doing the show, obviously. Like I said, you guys make this show what it is. I would not do this show if you guys were not here. But nonetheless, to completely properly redo the collection and to recharge my batteries, I feel like I'm going to need that. But we'll see. I don't know when it's going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be around 4th of July time. So it'd probably be like the last couple of weeks of June into July, but definitely back before Comic-Con, because I will be at Comic-Con, and we will be doing a collector meetup like we did last year, which was hugely successful. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I'm already planning it out. I'm already planning out the collector meetup for this year. Hello, Robbie. How's it going? You think they'd say come back more often? Yeah. They're like, oh, it's that girl, Victoria. Oh, no, let's block her. No. It's just that. It's my level of pass. My level of pass. A little glitchy, but mostly okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, but please keep me informed. All right. So, should we get this started? Shall we get this started? All right. Let's go ahead and get this started. Just sending a quick text to somebody that maybe wants to come on the show, but what we're trying to see. Can we get somebody on? Okay, we'll see. I might have somebody coming on just a minute. I'll keep you guys posted. But definitely. Let's get this movable feast on the way. Good quote, Dodge. A good quote. You guys let me know if it gets glitchy, and I'll see what I can do. But it doesn't look terrible as far as from what I can see. Like as far as the numbers go on the little thing. All right. Cool. I'm going to just start with Star Wars, you guys. Let me go over to Instagram. And we're going to jump on over. Okay, now I do see it going a little bit slow because Instagram's taking forever and a half to load. All right, here we go. Let's see how this works. I think it might work. All right, so I just caught wind of this a little while ago. My friend Jason over at Yak, and he says that the Gamorrean Guard. Remember the Gamorrean Guard back from 2012? TVC was in its heyday, or it might have even been earlier, 2011. The Gamorrean Guard is being re-released through Target. Of course, as we all expected might be the case. It is being treated as a deluxe figure. It's not getting the larger card back, but it is getting re-released as a deluxe figure without the deluxe card. So the price is $24.99, and this kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't expect it. I'm probably not going to buy this. I already have plenty of these guys. This is the third time they release them, and I do want to point out that Jason did do a comparison here of the prices. So initially back in 2010, actually, yikes, it was $7.99. In 2019, it was $14.99. That's when TVC was back and they re-released it. And then in 2025, it's $10 more. It's $24.99. Yeah, very interesting. And they're already breaking the rule of deluxe cards. I know it's a straight reissue, I think. I don't know if it has photo roll or anything, but it definitely is not following the new rules of being on a wider card back. So, I mean, I have no critiques here or there regarding that. Like I said, I have plenty of these guys. If it has photo roll, I might pick one up, but I'm good. I picked some up in 2010. I picked some up when they did the reissue. I think I'm good on Gamorrean Guards. I even may have an extra one carded somewhere to open whenever I need it. But it is interesting that they're bringing it back and that it is not following that format of a deluxe card back. And it is interesting that it is $24.99. That's a hard pill to swallow, but people are saying it's cheaper than eBay. I haven't looked at this on eBay in a while, so I don't know how much it is. But hey, if that is true, I would say this is a good thing. But I'm seeing your comments. A lot of you guys are still traumatized about Target with the retro collection thing. I am traumatized with Target about the retro collection thing. I still don't have that set. In fact, there was one store, the only store in SoCal earlier this week that supposedly had 3 of them. As far as I could see on their website, no other, in all of Southern California, no other store had a single set except for this one store. Supposedly had 3. I placed the order and they canceled it, right? They weren't available. And I even went out of my way. This was a store that was on my way. It was the day I went to Disney. It was on my way to Disney. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stop by because even if they don't have it for my pickup, they cancel my pickup, which they hadn't yet. Maybe I'll see it on the shelf. And I did. I went in. It was a little out of my way. It was on the way to Disney, but it was a little out of the way still. And they didn't have any on the shelf. And then a little bit later, they canceled my order. So I was like, bummer. But more people are getting that set, so that's a good thing, but not me. I still don't have that set, so supposedly they're going to have more coming later this month is what I'm hearing, that there's supposedly more making their way through the pipeline, but nothing here yet. Mary says my store had one for pickup. Nice. Very nice. So I think that is all Jason had really for this for this week. Oh no, wait, Bomb Bim Dim. What's this? I'm seeing things for the first time. Available now at Target. Bomb Bim Dim. It's a compliment to the HasLab Cantina. The Return to Chatting program has reissuing Bomb Bim Dim BC53 for TVC. Question. I thought they were doing alternate cards on these reissues. This is the same card, right? That was on the original Bomb Bim Dim. That's a weird name to say. Bomb Vimdin. Bomb Bimdin. Yeah, this isn't an alternate card, right? So I don't know. I thought they were doing alternate cards when they re-released things. So, I mean, I'd imagine this is a hard one to get source material images of. Maybe that's why, but like I'm saying, they're already breaking the rule with Warring Guard by not putting it on a bigger card, but charging deluxe price. And they're breaking another rule by not doing an alternate card on this re-release. So I don't know what the point of having these rules is if they're going to break the rules. I don't know what the rules are. Like, I don't know. I know what the rules are. I don't know why they're not following the rules. Bib Fortuna as well. I'm learning all these things tonight. Bib for, oh yeah, right here. You're right, Adam. Bib Fortuna reissue at Target. And he says you can get it for $10 on Amazon. Why are they reissuing this one? This one was, I mean, it's Fortuna from Return of the Jedi, but this one was not hard to get. This one was not hard to get at all. This one was easy to get. I don't know if I'd use peg warmer as the term, but it wasn't hard to get. So it's just kind of funny that, yeah, you can get it. Jason's right. You can get it for $10 on Amazon. I don't know why they're re-releasing this one. Like, okay, it fits the Tatooine theme, right? Technically, yes. Bib Fortuna's on Tatooine. The Gamorrean Guard's on Tatooine, but this is the year of the Cantina. Why not re-release? Well, I guess they've done them all, right? They've done Dr. Evazan re-release. They've done Ponda Baba. And now Bomb Bimdin. And they did a couple years back, we got Figrin Dan. And we got Zutton before that. So I think they've re-released everything from TVC 1.0 as far as Cantina aliens are concerned. They've released them in TVC today. So yeah, interesting. But why not re-release like Lisa Serlin or her Check Kalfas or one of those other aliens like on a TVC, like a card debut, right? Something that's never been in TVC. Very interesting. All passes for me because I have all of these. And yeah, there's no incentive. Like if it had an alternate card, for me as a carded collector, that's an incentive to buy it again. But if it's the same exact card on these guys, it's like, no, I don't need them. I don't need them. What else does Jason have? So he's got the pictures of the stranger helmet from the Acolyte. It looks good. It looks good to me. It looks really nice. I know that they were still tweaking it after they released it for pre-order, and I can definitely tell that they continued working on it. So it looks nice. What else? Beep, beep, boop. R2DL70 on June 9th on Disney Store. Okay. I think that's about it. That's about. Oh, this kills me. This kills me. Why can't this be every Target? Better yet, why did they cancel our pre-orders, you guys? Why did they cancel our pre-orders? Ugh. Target got these at someone's garage sale, Adam says. They bought them on eBay just so they could have some in store. Imagine that. It kills me. When you look at OfferUp, there's like a bunch of them. So I don't know where people are getting them, but they're getting them somewhere. Anyway. Ezra Pop. Okay, our person is not gonna join. Okay, so no guests tonight. It's just us. It's just us now. All right, so let's get into our main beef of the night, our main topic, and that is Mattel Jurassic World, because like I said, they are absolutely killing it with this toy line. Mattel started this toy line in 2018 with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the second movie in the new trilogy. And I've said it a bunch of times, but I give them all the credit in the world for taking a non-existent, essentially, toy license and turning it into something evergreen that is ever present on toy shelves, that is always available for collectors, for fans, for anybody that just loves dinosaurs to be able to pick up. And they've done it consistently. There has not been a lag in this toy line's presence on toy shelves. Not only that, but their prices have essentially not changed since 2018. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what magic they're using that other companies are unable to use. But Mattel just does not raise prices significantly on their products. I don't know what it is. But I'm okay with it. I'm not going to complain. But again, I've got to hand it to them for being able to maintain something like that, because as we're seeing with Hasbro, as we're seeing with NECA, as we're seeing with Hot Toys, like all these companies are raising prices and have increased prices on so many things in recent years. So I don't know how Mattel does it. I have heard that Mattel like manages or owns their own factories. I've never been able to confirm that 100% because Mattel will not tell me that. But if that's true, then that would obviously be a big part of it. Because if they're managing their own factories overseas, then that's huge because not everybody's able to do that. Anyway. So this toy line launched this past Sunday, June 1st. That was the street date for this whole big Mattel Jurassic World toy line. And they have put out a huge wave one with all kinds of toys. So tonight we're going to take a look at those waves, this first wave. And we're going to talk a little bit about each of these segments. I know I have kind of shown these before, but we've never really taken a deep dive into them. So we're going to look at wave one in detail. And we're going to talk about what it's been like to hunt these in store and to get these online. So we're going to go over to my pal Tim at Collect Jurassic. The new Jurassic World Rebirth. This film comes out next month. And we're going to take a look at the items. So here's the main toy line. These are always the hardest to get. It doesn't matter like what era it is in the Mattel Jurassic World toy line. Like the small dinosaurs, for whatever reason, are always the hardest to get. And that includes these little guys right here. The Frenzy Packs. The Frenzy Packs. So this is wave 1 of the Frenzy Packs. This guy's name is Toron Nustis. I'm going to go with that. Toron Nustis. I love how they put the ocean on the card back. They don't do marine reptiles all that often, but when they do, they tend to do a very nice job. Toron Nustis looks very nice. I love the teal. That screams aquatic to me. And it looks really good. Looks really good. Toron Nustis. I never knew the species existed. There's also one called Ioni. And this is a feathery looking little guy. Another species I'm not familiar with, but Ioni is another dinosaur in the Frenzy Packs Wave 1. And it's a cute little guy. The coloring is kind of nice, actually. I do like how it has like the fur is like mostly green, and then it goes into the scaly body, which is brown, but then there is some fur on top that is not green. So probably would have looked better if they would have worked on that a little more, but the eye detail is kind of cool. This right here is Edmontonia. And this is a ankylosaurid. And another fun little guy. If you like ankylosaurs, and coloring is not bad on it. I do like that they painted the spikes black. And then we have, is there a carded picture for this one? I don't see one. Don't see one, but this is Proceratosaurus. This is an old sculpt. They've released this a few times over the past several years. So this is a pretty nice, I mean, it's okay. The tail's like really short. And this is one of the harder ones to obtain. This one and Toron Nustis are 1 per case. I don't know why, because, I mean, that one I guess makes sense, but why is this guy 1 per case? This guy's cool. This is the coolest one in the Frenzy Packs for Wave 1. There's also pictures of Wave 2, which are also, there's reports of them hitting Walmart. Mincaria, Bapiosaurus, and Sioptera. These are not your parents' dinosaurs, your Triceratops, your Stegosaurus, your Pterodactyl. These are like, yeah, these are deep cuts. These are certainly deep cuts. All right, we're going to jump over to the next. Oh, and by the way, I don't think I mentioned price point on these guys is, I think it's $8. I believe it's $8 on these guys. I should know because I just picked them all up. And then we're going to look at Strike Attack. Strike Attack is the other budget line. These are more the $10 price point. First one up here is Inostrancevia. I'm doing my best, you guys. I have no idea how to say this. Inostrancevia, something like that. Anyway, this is kind of like Lycanops. If you guys remember the Lycanops from the Kenner toy line, kind of looks similar to that, but a little bit more reptilian in nature, almost like a synapsid, like Dimetrodon. I put the scarring on its legs and on its back. You can see like actual scarring. That's not something I've seen them do before on small dinosaurs like this. So that is interesting. I hadn't noticed it on my actual figure. But yeah, it doesn't look bad. We also have this guy. This is one they've done before. This is Tape Jara or Tape Wara. I don't know the appropriate pronunciation. This is something that they've released before. Similar coloring, but this one is a little bit different, I think. Flapping wings. It is a pterosaur type creature, flying reptile. So you press the button, it flaps its wings. All of these $10 price point strike attacks have action features. And of course, they did bring back the scan code. That's not that's just a sticker, because if you guys remember, in recent years they had the little pull out little trapdoor things with the scan codes. That they did away with that for this film. Monolophosaurus. This is another sculpt we've seen before. Whoop. But now it has it reminds me kind of the Indoraptor. Like the coloring on the Indoraptor is like black with some gold. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this sculpt. I don't know why they didn't just I mean, they've actually retooled this sculpt before, so I don't know why they didn't use the retooled version. But Monolophosaurus, not a horrible species, I suppose, to get back out there. It isn't Camp Cretaceous, so it is. We have seen it before. I feel like something is missing from here. Is there a dinosaur missing? I feel like there should be a fourth one. Let me consult my photos, because I did pick up this wave. But let me see. There should be I know there was a fourth one. I got to figure out what it was. No, I guess that's all of them. Oh, I know what it was. This guy looks so much like the Frenzy pack that I skipped it. Euxosaurus. I think that's how you say it. Euxosaurus. Another Ankylosaurid style dino. And yeah, so this one has the strike attack. All the strike attacks, it's in the name. It has a strike attack. Usually you move the tail or you press a button and it does a little something. This one moves its head side to side. Not the most exciting feature, but it's there. Here's some pictures of Wave 2. I haven't heard of Wave 2 hitting stores yet, but Achilobator, Zuniceratops, Nanotyrannus, and Herrerasaurus. Herrerasaurus is super old. That goes back to the others are new. So I definitely want to try and pick those up. What else? So that is okay. Wild Roar. These are I've heard that this is the most popular, as far as sales go. This is the most popular assortment that Mattel makes. And like the other two assortments we just talked about, this has been nonstop since 2018. So these are the ones that are like kind of in the middle. They're not small. They're a little bigger, but they're not huge either. They're kind of like right in that middle where I could see why they'd be top sellers. So Utahraptor, Maiasaura, Nasutoceratops, and Baryonyx. I did pick these up probably close to a month ago at this point, and we did talk about them a little bit previously. But yeah, these are pretty nice. I've been saying for a long time that I want to see a Utahraptor in Jurassic. Here's the toy. I don't know if it's in the new movie. It would be cool if it is, because Utahraptor was like a really like a larger sized raptor. I do like that they put the feathers on it. Maiasaura. Maiasaura is a hadrosaur, a duckbill style dinosaur. And this one, of course, has the same thing. You move the tail on this one, and its head goes different directions. Maiasaura, she looks cool. We have Nasutoceratops. They've done Nasutoceratops, not this version. This is the best version they've done. And it looks really nice. Coloration looks like in, if you guys remember Battle at Big Rock. It looks like that. And it's got some nice long bull-style horns on it. Then, of course, Mattel loves Baryonyx. Like, loves Baryonyx. So we always get Baryonyx. Here's Baryonyx. He's red this time. And I feel like we've probably even had a red Baryonyx at some point. That's how many they've done. But yeah, looks nice. I mean, nothing we haven't seen before. And then here's a look at the next wave. Allosaurus, Spikelopeus, Abelisaurus, and Ankylosaurus is coming back. Ankylosaurus is going to be a repaint, but these other ones I believe, are new sculpts. All three of them. I really like the paint Abelisaurus right here, like the blue and the red with the red and the gray. That's cool. That's wave 2. We're not going to look at them too in depth. And then you get to the next price point. So if these guys right here, the Wild Roars, if the Wild Roars are $15, then the next guys right here, these are the gigantic thrashers. I believe these are 25. 25. Let's look at the gallery. So this is Tyranotitan. And Tyranotitan, it looks all right. It looks okay. They definitely, use some artistic license there. And then I thought this one was actually kind of neat, like the feature on this one. This is Eo Triceratops. And this is kind of a cool feature because when you pull down on the tail, its legs, it kind of does like a rearing up sort of pose. And I think that that's fun. I haven't seen them do that that action feature before. So that's cool. And then we have, this is wave 2, Perusaurus and Chilantosaurus. Haven't seen those yet. I like the look of the Perusaurus though. Like that kind of like a crocodilian style. That's cool. The colors are nice. Story packs. So story packs. There's supposed to be some story packs for this lineup. Now this one right here is already in Target stores. I don't know if it might be an exclusive to Target. But you get a scaled down Spinosaurus. It's not the big one that they have in the main line. It's a smaller version. It's still big, but it's a smaller version. And it comes with a couple of figures from the film. And then a little toolbox, it looks like. So, I mean, this is cool, like a gift set. Like I imagine like if you're giving this like for a nephew or niece for birthday or something, like this would be a good kind of gift. Because you do get a sizable dinosaur. You get Spinosaurus. And you get a couple action figures, and accessories, so plenty of fun to be had there. Like if I was getting this as a gift, I think I would love it. But nobody buys me dinosaurs anymore. I buy them for myself. And yeah, I mean, I do like the consistency in that they painted the Spino to look like the larger one that they sell. But so it could be like a juvenile Spinosaurus if you want to put it with the other one on the shelf. I think that would be nice. This is a story pack. This is Zora Bennett and Velociraptor. These are not hitting stores yet, as far as I know. I think they're technically considered wave 1, but they have not hit stores. And then the other one is this other set right here. Dr. Henry Loomis and Pteranodon. Now, I really like the look of that Pteranodon. It reminds me a little bit of the Kenner Pteranodon. I think it's the blue crest is what it is. And then there's also, let's see, what else do we got here? So there is another raptor with this guy, but we don't have a boxed image yet of that. And then we also have this guy here with a Parasaurolophus. We have seen a Parasaurolophus in very similar colors to this before, but not this sculpt. I think this sculpt is new. I'm pretty sure this is a new sculpt for that dinosaur. Because apparently they cannot settle on a look for Parasaurolophus in the Jurassic films. They always change it. Going back to the original Jurassic Park, right? They look different than they looked in the Lost World. And then those look different from what we see in Jurassic World. And then that looks different from what we see in Fallen Kingdom. So if it's in Rebirth, who knows what it's going to look like. But yeah, the only story pack that's out right now is this deluxe story pack that has Spinosaurus, Zora Bennett, and what was his name? Henry Loomis. Vehicles. There are some vehicles available. You can, in fact, get the Launch in Battle vehicle set. I feel like I ordered this, or did I? I feel like I ordered it days ago, but I don't think it's shown up. Let me check. Did I order this? No, I did not. I did not order this. I ordered something different. Okay. Good to know. I did not order this. I don't know if this is up for order yet. I guess it's not. But anyway, I think it is technically considered wave one. But yeah. So this has the Rupert Friend character in there with an InGen Jurassic Jeep. I don't know if this is in the film. It's anybody's guess. Sometimes the vehicles are, sometimes they're not. This one looks plausible, but I don't know. I just don't know. It has a launching net on the top, which you got to have something like that. That harkens back to the original Kenner toy line. Yeah, that Raptor actually looks pretty cool. I think that's how the new Raptors look in the new movie. Pretty cool. What else do we got? Okay, there's another playset. This is the Distortus Rex. So again, this is a scaled down Distortus Rex. It's not the big one that's in the main line, but this is a deluxe story pack. So you have a scaled down version, which again, if you want it to be like a juvenile Distortus Rex, it probably work pretty well for that. I have seen it remarked that the hands are also different from what's on the larger version. So I don't know what's accurate to the film. Maybe there's more than one of them. But what I really like, you guys, is they have never made a boat in the Mattel Jurassic World toy line. They've done a submarine, but they've never done a boat. So I like seeing the boat. Like I would actually put it in the water. Probably would even float. It looks like it would float. So a couple action figures there. A little, is it a Cichidosaurus there? It's got an action feature. I guess the whole like center console pops off. That's pretty cool. You got a stick. Look, you got a stick. Backpack. And some launching missiles. Look at this. I love how this launching missile looks like a life preserver, like a well, not a preserver, but you know, like in the swimming pool, you see the red and white striped life saver ring thing. I don't know what the technical word for it is. So it's a nice looking set. That's not out yet. That's not part of wave one. This is part of wave one. I believe this one is a Walmart thing. I don't think I've heard of it hitting Target. But this is their brand new T-Rex for the new movie. They always got to release new T-Rexes, and there's more than one. There's actually 3 of them this time. But this looks remarkable. Now, I did get one of these, and I did open it, and I got to say, the sculpting on this is impeccable. Easily one of the best Mattel Jurassic World T-Rexes that I've seen. Beautiful sculpt, very detailed. But more than that, I think it's the proportions on this dinosaur. The proportions that make it look realistic. Even like if you look at the feet, they didn't make them oversized. The arms are more like tucked and curled in. It's got the giant head. It's just a very proportionate looking dinosaur. And I think the coloring looks also really, really good. It's a really, really nice piece. I would probably put this in my top 5 Jurassic toys, honestly. It's really, really good. And it's $29.99 is what it retails at. And I think only Walmart is carrying this version of it. As far as I've seen anyway. Yeah, so I would definitely, if you like T-Rex, it's a little smaller than their mainline T-Rex. That's not out yet. That's going to be out soon, I believe. I think that's part of wave 2. Or it was supposed to be wave 1, but now it's going to be part of wave 2. But, you know, they always do these slightly scaled down T-Rexes, but they're always really good. There's no weird action features. It's just a solid T-Rex. It does have the chomping feature. So, you know, you press the button on the back, then it opens its mouth. I like the button there better than I do when it's on its neck, because a lot of these used to have them on the neck. This one I believe is also Walmart exclusive. This is the Quetzalcoatlus. And it is an interesting one. Now, I'll tell you why it's interesting. I think it looks, I've talked about it before. I think it looks awesome. I love how you can put in this walking pose or this neutral pose. However, when I got it in hand, I was surprised to see that the wings are actually like made of like a paper. If you've ever seen like the capes that Mattel on their superhero figures, they're kind of like papery sort of cloth. That's what these wings are like. They're not plastic. They're not sculpted. It's like an actual piece of like cloth sort of thing. So it is an interesting choice. But again, it looks good. It definitely looks better than their efforts from this species in previous years for the other films. Bite and Blast Mosasaurus, for whatever reason, this was the only dinosaur that, or it's not a dinosaur, it's a marine reptile. This is the only item that Mattel put up for pre-order prior to the line's launching on June 1st. I don't know why, but this was the one. This was the one that was up for pre-order. And I have it in hand. It is nice. I will say that I like it better than I did in the pictures. What I really appreciate about it, I don't know if it's going to be captured in any of these images, but the teeth are nicely sculpted, but also it has like another set of teeth inside its mouth, and they sculpted those teeth and painted them for the inner teeth on the upper jaw. Does have an action feature. I believe this one is, I believe it was $29.99, and then before it went up for pre-order, they raised it to $39.99. So it is, you gotta have the Mosasaurus if it's in the movie, which, I don't think we need to see Mosasaurus again, but at least it's not the same Mosasaurus repainted for the 5th time. It looks good. I mentioned Spinosaurus, so this is the larger Spinosaurus, tail thrasher Spinosaurus. I believe we've talked about this one too. It's got a really nice action feature. The faster you press the button on its back, the faster its movements become. If you only press the button once, it looks really lethargic. Like it just kind of like slowly moves its head over, slowly opens its mouth, and slowly closes its mouth. So it is definitely an interesting action feature. But this is based off the new look of this creature in the film. Love it or hate it. Okay, so this is the one I was telling you guys was supposed to be in wave 1, but it got delayed, so it's not going to be out until wave 2. Power Devourer Tyrannosaurus Rex. Mattel likes to get creative with their names. And this is going to be like for this year, this is like the bigger, the full-size T-Rex, I guess. I don't know that it looks as good as the one I just showed you, the lab lockdown T-Rex, but it's fairly close. The weird thing about it, of course, is the light up mouth. Like, when did that ever happen in real life? I don't know. Apparently they're treating this one like it's a dragon. So its mouth lights up red. I will say it has I don't know that it beats the other one, but it does have a really nice sculpt. That probably looks better than most of their T-Rexes. And the coloring on it is interesting. I do kind of like that greenish gray sort of thing. The black marks, I don't know, they almost look like grill marks to me. You're making like hot dogs on the grill, but it's not terrible. Okay, why would you do this? Why would you put your finger in the T-Rex's mouth? That's not going to end well. That is not going to end well. Rumble and Rampage Distortus Rex. This is the new big bad dinosaur, if you want to call it that, for the new film. You know what? I don't love the idea of villain dinosaurs. That's how it's actually marketed internally. Like, it says villain dinosaur. I mean, think back to Jurassic Park. Think back to The Lost World. Think back to even Jurassic Park. Well, Jurassic Park 3 might not quite count. But definitely the first 2 films, you had T-Rex, you had Velociraptor, but they weren't villains. They were just like carnivorous dinosaurs that you didn't want to run into. Same with Dilophosaurus. There wasn't like a villain dinosaur, right? I mean, a dinosaur should be a dinosaur. Granted, this is a mutant or a hybrid or who knows what. So I guess the rules don't apply the same way. But I don't like the idea of villain dinosaurs. That said, it is a really neat creature. I do have it. And you can see how the long forelimbs are both different, which is different from what they did with the smaller story pack version that I showed you earlier. They tend to have a really big dinosaur out these days with the new movie. This year, it's Titanosaurus. One of the biggest dinosaurs that ever roamed the earth. So this is Titanosaurus. And as you can see, it is a very, 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 very big toy. One of the biggest Mattel dinosaurs that has ever been released. It is definitely a big one. It's very tall. To give you context, well, here, why don't I just show you this? I'll show you a picture here. Let's see if I can get it sent over. All right, let me pull this up and I'll give you some context here. All right, so I did pick one of these up, and I did open it, which I don't really do. I don't really open these sauropods because they're just too big. But like I said, I want to redo the collection, so I did open this one up, and this one here, you can see it next to my dog, and it is my dog's not huge; she's small, but next to the dog, you can obviously see it's very tall. The neck is posable, so if you don't want it to be tall, you can have it you can stretch it out more lengthwise. But I also sat down on the floor after I took this picture next to it, and its head was above my head. So it is a very tall, a very lengthy dinosaur. Yeah. They also did, the first one was Brachiosaurus, and it was phenomenal. Then they did a Apatosaurus, and it was okay. It was kind of inaccurate, to the movie, but it was okay. And then I believe they did Dreadnoughtus from Jurassic World Dominion. They did Diplodocus. I don't know what movie Diplodocus was in. I don't know that it was in a movie at all, which is a really nice one. And then they did Mamenchisaurus, which is in the Lost World Jurassic Park. And I believe that was it. They also, of course, did the Hammond Collection, Brachiosaurus. And now we have Titanosaurus, which it's in the name, Titanosaurus. It's huge. Need an apple for scale, Charlie? Yeah, just like Sideshow does, right? All right. Let's go ahead and jump back. The sleepies are kicking in. I am definitely sleepy. Here's a picture for scale on the page here. Titanosaurus versus Kid. Who will win? We just don't know. Super Colossal. So another segment Mattel loves to do. These really, really big, ridiculous dinosaurs. So there's two. There's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Color palette very similar to what I showed you with the Power Devourer T-Rex. But this is the big guy. This is like the one that's like really, really jumbo, really big. And if you want to see what it looks like assembled, should look something like that. Of course, the mouth does close all the way, but it also opens all the way. You can put the little dinos in its mouth, and then they come out of its belly through that trap door right there. And then also the Mosasaurus. It is also out in stores. So this one is to me doesn't look quite as good, at least in the pictures. Like that pose, it kind of actually reminds me of the Hasbro Mosasaurus, which is not not a good thing. But it's just the pose. Other than that, I mean, I think it looks okay. A little cartoony, a little stylistic, I would say. Like when you look at it in store, especially like in this box shot, to me it looks a little cartoony. But it's not bad. I mean, it is cool to see a super colossal Mosasaurus. And then they're also going to be doing the Spinosaurus, but that's not out yet. I think that's wave 2. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see. My only complaint with this one is that it looks like it's based off the sculpt that Mattel did for the first Spinosaurus, which was very cartoony. So that is kind of a complaint for me. But it looks okay. Coloring is nice. There's some random things that are not part of the main line, like this Primal Protector, Aqualops. There is a couple Matchbox items. Let me show those to you. So this is a miniature little boat thing that comes with the Mosasaurus. You can see in the picture how small the Mosasaurus is. So it's not 3 3/4 inch scale like the rest of the line. But this one, oh, here's the box. Mosasaurus Rescue Action Boat. That's actually kind of cool. I may pick it up at some point. But the one I did want to show you that I did get is the Dino Catcher RC vehicle. This is also a 4-inch scale, so 1/18 scale. It's radio control. It's got an itty bitty little controller. Even in the kids' hands here, it looks tiny. But it has a pretty cool vehicle that it comes with, and I love the Jurassic vehicles. I don't think this is in any movie. I don't think it's not really a realistic design, to be honest. You grab the dinosaur with that claw in the front, and then you toss it. You dump it in the back like a dump truck, like this. Very interesting. Hopefully there's not a trash compactor in the back. But yeah, that is a pretty neat vehicle. We have some play sets. If you remember Polly Pocket or Mighty Max back from the 90s, that's basically what these are. They're like little play sets, and the figurines that they come with are itty bitty. So 2 of them are out right now. You can get the T-Rex. It's got the waterfall. It's got a couple of dinosaurs. And you can also get the Spinosaurus. Also comes with some stuff. You can see it has the Mosasaurus head inside it. So I mean, yeah, these are cool. I picked these up just because I have a nostalgia for Polly Pocket and also for Mighty Max. So I was pleased to see both of these. I think there's more coming. There's 2 other ones as well. This is a deluxe play set thing. Mosasaurus, this is not out yet. This is not out yet. It's kind of a similar thing, but I think a little bit bigger. And you can fit a little bit more in its mouth. And then that's it. That's the whole line. There's also stuff for Hammond Collection that's not really considered part of this Rebirth Wave 1 lineup. The Hammond Collection stuff, we just got Troodon, the Velociraptor from the Lost World Jurassic Park. And who else was in that wave? Stygimoloch and Spinosaurus. And I think Stegosaurus is the next one that's going to be coming out. But Spinosaurus has been kind of hard to find. Sold out in store on Target.com within a couple of hours. And in store has been pretty challenging for people to find. But I did get mine in store. So yeah, that's the whole lineup, you guys. Let's see what's going on in the chat. I want to see what's going on here. I got a lot of cool stuff to show you, so don't go anywhere. Like, I'm not even kidding. The rules are there are no rules. Yes, I guess I guess you don't follow the rules, right? We're talking about the Hasbro like deluxe card thing. Right. What good are rules if we're not going to follow them? Adam says, I saw the Jurassic World trailer today on IMAX screen, and I have to say it's got me much more excited to see it. I hear you. I'm definitely in right now in Jurassic June mode. I am definitely in Jurassic mode. With all these Mattel toys, I am hyped. Like, you take away those toys and probably my hype drops like 90%. That's just how it is for me. I love collecting toys. Done it all my life. I love the world building with this toy line, this Jurassic World toy line. So I'm really hyped. Dodgen says, even though I'm not a fan of their super colossal line, they really went all out with their super colossal T-Rex. It looks way better than the last T-Rex. And the last T-Rex was pretty good, but this one looks way better. Dodgen also says that they did raise their prices slightly on Hammond Collection. Smaller figures from the Hammond Collection line, when they start, were $12.99. Now they're $14.99, but it's just a $2 increase. That's not too bad. I can forgive that. And also, that's their collector line, right? So I do expect that the labor is a little bit higher on those sorts of products because there's more articulation and such, more parts. You would think Dino DNA would be more prevalent, Obi-Wan says. Ani Smythe, found in Utah in the early 2020s. Oh, that's pretty quick to do a toy. Dodgen says, whenever I talk to my friends about these figures, they always question Mattel is making up the names for half of the basic dinosaur figures. Yeah, it's interesting that they're going on with really deep cuts, because if I were marketing towards, I would expect they'd be more familiar with the usual ones that I grew up with, right? Like Tyrannosaurus Rex, Velociraptor, Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Brontosaurus, Pterodactyl, like that sort of thing, right? So it is very interesting that they're not re-sculpting or redoing those creatures. Instead, it's really obscure ones. You got to remember, too, though, that this movie was rushed, right? They filmed it and everything really, really quickly. So I am not surprised that these dinosaurs in these smaller, like all of these assortments, honestly, I'm pretty sure they were initially intended just to be part of the regular evergreen Jurassic toy line. I don't think a lot of them were necessarily meant to be for Rebirth, but because of the way that timeline worked out, they ended up just slapping the Rebirth branding on them. I'm pretty sure that's what happened with a lot of these guys. Big Mike TV says the Inno was one of the enemies in Dino Crisis. Thank you for sharing that tidbit. Sounds like Victoria's eBay order just shipped. No, it was eBay saying, oh, this item you've been looking for is another one. That kind of a thing. Tari says, the only thing that annoys me is that they don't use the whole scientific name. Dodgen says, the Wild Roar sculpts look impressive. The Utah Raptor would have been an instant buy if they painted the claws, but it's okay. Maiasaur and retooled Berry are cool as well. Obi-Wan says, lovely, colorful paint apps. Jason is here. Hey, Jason, good to see you. I guess there are useful weapons in the Jurassic toy line. Even Nedry got a stick in his own legacy set. Save the Stripe. Oh, I remember Save the Stripe. That lab lockdown T-Rex is a tongue is the only critique she would fix. Looks like a great figure. Allison says, maybe I need a T-Rex to go alongside my Cantina. If you're going to get a T-Rex, definitely get the lab lockdown T-Rex. It is freaking good. I was going to say phenomenal, but it's the same thing. Freaking good. Paper cloth, referring to the Quetzalcoatlus. Durability-wise, would this paper cloth hold up for the foreseeable future? I don't know. I haven't opened mine, so I'm not really sure. Here, how about this? I'll do you one better. happen to have it sitting right here because it's been sitting here for weeks, but here it is. These are this is what I'm talking about. These wings, like, I don't know how well you can see, are made of like this. If you've ever seen, come on, camera, focus. If you've ever seen, there we go. The capes that Mattel used to do on their superhero figures, like the Batman, like the budget ones, that's what this feels like. It's like paper, it's cloth, I think, but it feels like paper. It feels like a cape from like a superhero, a cheap superhero figure. So I don't know how well that's going to hold up. I would hope that it holds up okay. Probably not going to hold up as well as sculpted plastic would, I would imagine. But I don't know. I hope that it holds up all right. I hope that it holds up all right. Hello, Brad. How's it going? No worries being late. There's always the replay. When will they make Super Colossal Owen Grady? Do you guys remember Cantina Social Hour from a couple of years ago where there was like a fake like Super Colossal Owen Grady going on? That was hilarious. It's probably like 2 or 3 years ago now. And we got Chris Likes Dinos to do a whole like little thing for it, like introducing it like as if he was doing Beyond the Gates. That was funny. Han and Luke would love the T-Rex opening belly. I'll bet. Battery Bob says, glad to see we're getting good selection of human figures as well in the Rebirth collection. Yes, me too. I just wish they were out now because they're not out yet. They are not out yet. All right. Like I said, it's just me tonight, so we're not going to be going for 2 hours. We're a little over an hour now. So I'm going to say we move on to the next segment with your kind permission. So that segment is going to be, of course, get ready.
New acquisitions.
New acquisitions, baby. All right. I want to know what you guys have added to your collections. Let me know in the chat, please, and I will call them out. I'm going to get them started. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff, and I have something that is very, very exciting. For me, it's very exciting. I hope it's exciting for you. I hope it's exciting for you. It's very exciting for me. So let's get started here. So I'm going to jump over to Instagram because I think that's the best way for me to show this one acquisition here. All right, we're going to go back here. Instagram. Oh, I actually put instant. Oops. Instagram. Let's look for Victoria's Cantina. Victoria's Cantina. And you can see how slow it's going. It's beautiful, isn't it? Super slow. It's spinning and spinning and spinning. All right, let's take a look. Come on. Do it. Technology. Gotta come on. Jump over to my page. My summer vacation is going to be over. Anyway, I see you guys are starting to love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, did we get it? No, we got it. There we go. Okay. So I showed this yesterday. These are some of my new acquisitions from the Mattel Jurassic World toy line we've been focusing on tonight. Sorry. All out with this toy line. I've been going all out with this toy line. And there is a lot to buy. Initially, I more measured about it. I said, you know what? I'm going to get the hand collection stuff as I always do. I'm going to choose with wave 1 of the Mattel line, but no, I've been kind of going all in with the Mattel line for wave 1. I don't think I'm going to do this. There's no way I can do for the whole line, but I'm going to do it for, I did it for wave 1. Thank you, Adam. I see your comment. Yes, the glitch ghost is trying to get through our defenses here, but we need to be strong. Together we can defeat the glitch ghost. Yeah. So as you can see, I did get the 2 super colossals. I got the T-Rex. I got the Mosasaurus. All right. I also got the Hammond collection. Got Troodon, Stygimoloch, Velociraptor, and Spinosaurus. I got the Frenzy packs. I got all 4 that we looked at earlier. I also got all 4 strike attacks. Now, I do got to give a shout out to the guy at Target that was working in the toy department, because usually Walmart, Target workers, they're trying to do their own thing. They're not really paying attention to people. But at this one Target, the guy was just very proactive. He's like, "Oh, you're finding everything you need." I'm like, "Actually, I'm looking for one of these frenzy packs." He's like, "Oh, you know what? I have it here on the cart." He was just pulling out some stuff. And he opened it up and he gave me the one I needed. And then he was like, "Anything else?" I said, "Well, I didn't see one of these strike attacks on the shelf." So he went to the back, he pulled out a case of strike attacks, and I was good. So got to give him a shout out because that was really, really cool of him. Very helpful. Very competent, very helpful. I got the big guy. I showed you guys this already, Titanosaurus. I got this, this isn't part of the wave 1, but this is the Jurassic World Legacy Collection reimagined Indominus Rex. It's freaking fabulous. I love this one. I love, love, love it. I already opened it. It's fantastic. I had already shown you guys these on a previous social hour. Here's the T-Rex. I love this T-Rex. Lab lockdown. I'm telling you guys, trust me, the lab lockdown T-Rex. You gotta get it. Spinosaurus. I think I showed it last week. I think I showed the Distortus Rex pretty recently. But I also got what's not in those pictures is the what I was telling you about earlier, the Micro Adventures, the Polly Pocket Mighty Max style set. So I did get both of those. There's a T-Rex version. Also got the Spinosaurus version here. So I haven't opened them yet. I will be doing that soon because I do want to play with these and check them out. All right, are you ready for the exciting thing? Nope. Okay, no worries. I won't show it yet because I have other stuff to show first. All right. So like I said, I did do a Disney Parks trip recently, and I got both of the new droids. Both of the new droids right here. So the first one is R2DL70. This is their 70th anniversary droid for the Disneyland 70th anniversary. You can see it's very colorful. Reminds me of like confetti. And it's super cute. There's the back. R2DL70. They always do these for like anniversaries and special stuff. I also got the new Pride Collection C1RN8W or C1 Rainbow, I guess we could say. And this one is really nice. This one is actually really nice. I like the colors on it. I think the colors on it are what really like grab my attention because it does kind of remind me of sort of like a 1970s sort of like vibe. I just think it's a lot of fun. Trying to get to focus for whatever reason. This one does not want to focus very well. There we go. There we go. You can see it's very colorful. Looks great. And definitely a 1970s like Brady Bunch style like vibe to it. And it's also the Chopper, the C series style droid. So the first one I showed you is the one that we saw in Yak Face that should be going online on the 9th. So if you want to get that one, should be online on the 9th. But they are both at Disney parks, so you can get them already. I also got this. This was something I've been wanting from Galaxy's Edge for a bit, and I just hadn't picked it up. But this is the Imperial Officer rank badge with 18 modular pieces. So if you want to become an Imperial Officer, All you need is this, I guess. You can create your own rank. Create your own rank. So it has what you see here, and then also multiples inside. It also splits in two so that you can have either like the one layer or the 2-layer if you want to do the 2-layer. The back actually shows multiple configurations that you can do. So pretty cool. What if I got taken? What would you guys think if I got taken over by an Imperial officer? Like you came in to watch Social Hour, and instead of me was an Imperial officer sitting here, like saying stuff about me. What would you guys think of that? I'm going to jump back to my page real quick to show you the other acquisition. So I posted photos of this one a couple days ago, and that is Sabine Wren on the Howler. I did get a couple of those finally, and it did ship from Target, or no, from Amazon at last. I don't know what those weird lines are on the screen. That's kind of odd. But the Howler is really good. Sabine is really good. This Sabine is way better than the first one. I think the likeness looks a little bit more refined. I think it's just paint, but she looks really good. The helmet has been downsized. So instead of a removable helmet, it's now an interchangeable helmet. And it looks way better than it did before. But I love her little poncho, and she's got her blasters and her lightsaber. But really the star of the set, of course, is the Howler, which you can also pose with the interchangeable hind legs to make it look like it's scratching its space fleas, which is how I have one of them posed, because I got into that pose and I'm like, I'm leaving it like that. So very happy with those. There's more from Disney. Okay, this is kind of a big one. I haven't shown, I'm still saving the other one for the end, but right here. So I showed you guys right now. I showed you, where did he go? Where'd that little guy go? Oh, here he is. I showed you the R2DL70, right? I showed you guys this. All right. That's the little one. You want to meet his big brother? I said, do you want to meet his big brother? Because I got the R2DL70 interactive version right here. So this is the big one. If you guys have seen my Build-A Droids from Droid Depot, it's the same thing, but it's pre-built. It's got the remote control, and it's in that same Disneyland 70 paint scheme. So very colorful, very vibrant. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in this configuration or if I'm going to take it apart and mix and match with some of my other droids. What do you guys think? Should I leave it like this intact, or should I take it apart and start using some, like the legs and stuff, like just porting it over to other droids? What do you guys think? Let me know. Keep it intact or take it apart. So this is a big one. This is a really big one, but that's not the big one. Okay. Are you ready to see the big one? I'm not going to show you the big one yet. All right. But you guys know that I'm into the Disneyland popcorn buckets, right? Okay, so this is a sipper. If you've ever been on the Matterhorn bobsleds, then you may have heard of, I guess fans named him Harold. He's the abominable snowman. He is the villain, quote unquote villain. He's not really a villain. He's the villain of the Matterhorn bobsleds ride. Now, as soon as I saw pictures of this, and you may recall a couple of weeks ago, we did a show about the Disneyland like 70th anniversary. And we had our friend Derek, who works at Disneyland, and he was talking about all the new stuff. This is one of those new things that I knew I had to have. This is the sipper cup, meaning that it does have like a straw sort of thing in the back. Right here. This is why it's a sipper. It's got a straw. You can drink from him. I wouldn't do it, but you can. But anyway, on the very bottom, you see he's got like an ice base. Here's a strap so you can like wear him. But he has an on-off switch on bottom. You just flip it on. And when you pull his arm down, he does this. You kind of see his lights flash there for just a second. Let's do it again. So this is the same thing I noticed with the bride. You guys remember? Did I show you the Haunted Mansion bride I got earlier this year? So sometimes the eyes. There we go. You got to like have the head on just right for the eyes to light up. Let's try it again. Nope, no eyes. Maybe here. There we go. There we go. So it's the same thing every time. So really cool. I love this. Like, this is actually the Bondwell Snowman. He's now in Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Like the actual figure from the Matterhorn bobsleds ride is in Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. What they did is they updated the animatronic for this guy in the Matterhorn bobsled. So now he's more like fluid, more realistic. But the original one is in Mission Breakout. So that's the sipper cup. I forgot to turn it off. I don't want to run the battery. I don't know if it does or not. But that's really cool. I love it. I love the paint. You want to see the a big one? Okay, not the big one. All right. So I also got their new popcorn bucket. And that is Mickey Mouse. And this one also, I think, has an on-off switch. Yeah, on the back. Mickey. Mickey.
Hiya, I'm Mickey Mouse.
Mickey. Mickey Mouse. So yeah, he he's not the fanciest. I mean, he's impressive for a popcorn bucket, right? But he blinks. He turns his head. Mickey.
Hiya, I'm Mickey Mouse.
What else can you do? Who are you? I think that's all he does. He blinks. I mean, the blinking is pretty cool, right? I mean, let's look at it one more time. I'm going to turn him off and turn him back on. The blinking is pretty cool, I got to say. A little bit loud, like mechanical sounding, but he is in his classic outfit that you see in when you meet Mickey at Disneyland, so in his tuxedo. So he's pretty nice. There's the straps, you can wear him around. So yeah, it is a pretty cool popcorn bucket. I mean, I'm not going to put popcorn in him, but if you wanted to, he does have at the top. Let's see. I don't think I've even opened it yet to look at it, but he does have. Oh, there we go. He's got a latch that you push on, and then you could put popcorn in the back of his head. Again, I would not do it. I also wouldn't recommend it, especially with all the little electronics that he's got. But he is super cute. He is super fun. All right. And that brings us to the last one. This is the big one. Adam, you were onto something earlier when you took a stab at what it might be. All right. But now, I'm going to show you guys what it is. All right. Now, I will say I did blur my last name on this because this includes a certificate of authenticity. So I blurred my last name for privacy reasons, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what it is. Are you ready? Okay. Let me preface this by saying, for you guys that have been watching for any long period of time, you know that I have many interests. Toys and collecting is a big part of my identity and what I like to do, but I also have other things that I enjoy. One of the big ones is I love like classic Hollywood films. One of my favorite things to do is to watch TCM, Turner Classic Movies, like on a weekend, evening or afternoon, and just watch like a classic film that I've never seen before, or even one that I have seen before that I want to rewatch. There are thousands of films, and it's just one thing I love doing with like a cup of, in the wintertime, like a big cup of hot cocoa, or in the summertime, a glass of sweet tea. But anyway, I love classic films. There are a couple actors in particular that I am a huge fan of. So, all right. I'm not going to keep delaying it. I'm going to show you guys what it is. All right, so this is my big one. What are you looking at right here? I will tell you. This right here is an envelope. Okay. But it's not just any envelope. This envelope actually belonged to Marilyn Monroe. This envelope was a piece of stationery in a box of stationery that is actually pictured very, very itty bitty right here, where you can see the box with a few of the envelopes laid next to it that Marilyn obtained back in the mid to late 50s and used. There are many examples of her having used these and sent them out to various people. The envelope came from this set right here. The envelopes were sold at Julian's auctions back in Beverly Hills in 2017. They were purchased by a collector and historian who has one of the largest collections of memorabilia belonging to Marilyn Monroe, and his name is Ted Stamfer. I purchased this envelope directly from him, and as you can see here on the certificate, he transferred ownership of the envelope to me. So that is now part of my collection. Here's the envelope. I did have it framed, so you can see that's the frame that I had a local shop do that for me. I'm going to pull up another photo here of this, so you can see the certificate a little bit better. So this is what that looks like with a little bit of a better view. So that's the certificate of authenticity right there. You can see there's the details of the ownership transferring to me. There's the little box right there of stationery so this box of stationery, like I said, she acquired it in the mid to late 50s, and the envelopes are actually embossed. If you look right here, it has her name embossed, Marilyn Monroe, on the envelope. And it's an envelope that this whole box that you see in the picture was actually in her home when she passed away. So all the contents of her personal effects rather went to Lee Strasberg, who was one of the founding members of the Actors Studio in New York, the famous Actors Studio, method acting, transferred to him and his family, and then a lot of those items stayed in the family until 1999. Then they started selling things off. There was a big auction, and then in 2017 there was another auction. That's when these went to auction, and that's when that box of envelopes went to this other collector, and this envelope was sold to me. So I know it's just an envelope. I know that there's some people that have like Marilyn's dresses. I know there's some people that have Marilyn's like boots or clothes, or her Ripley's, believe it or not, owns her the dress she wore to Madison Square Garden to sing to John F. Kennedy. Some people have various like things that she signed, like receipts and checks. And this is an envelope. So, I mean, it's not one of those other like flashier, fancier things. It'd be amazing to have a dress, but I don't have $30 million for a dress. But nonetheless, it fills me with great pride and great pleasure and great privilege to be the steward of a little piece of history that belonged to Marilyn, something that she actually owned, carried around. I'm sure she carried that box around. I'm sure she, handled the envelopes, saw the envelopes, obviously. There's pictures of her writing on the envelopes even. Why don't I show you a better picture of the envelope? Because I haven't shown you a great picture of the envelope, come to think of it. So here, let me show you this picture of the envelope that I have. Because this one, you can actually see her name embossed on the envelope. And that's what the really cool thing about it is, that her name is actually embossed on it. She ordered them this way with her name embossed on the envelope. So I don't know if it's envelope or envelope. I always say envelope, but I guess it's just one of those things. Tomato, tomato. But yeah, so this is definitely one of the coolest pieces in the Cantina collection. Again, not a toy, not the traditional thing that that you would see on this channel, but definitely one of my most prized possessions that certainly takes precedent for me over many of the fabulous collectibles that I do have, the toys and collectibles in my collection. I see what you're saying there, Dodgson, and I agree with you. It's going to have to be in the Cantina museum.
That belongs in a museum.
Yes. So I'm very happy to have this, you guys. It is definitely a blessing. It's definitely something special. And it's not going to be a habit. I'm not going to be able to be buying Marilyn's things all the time. But nonetheless, I've always dreamed of what it might be like to own something that belonged to Marilyn Monroe. Now that is a reality. Now that is actually something that has come true. It's a dream that's come true. I own something that belonged to her. And yes, I'm very, 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 very happy about that. And I hope to take care of it and then pass it on when the time is right to the next person. Because I think that's all we can really do is take care of, preserve, cherish, and keep the memory alive, keep the memory going. So that's my big one for this week. And now I'm ready to see what your new acquisitions are for this week. All right, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and scroll up. Dodson says, speaking of Chris likes dinos, would you return for social hour live stream for Jurassic June? I'll tell you in a minute. I might have an answer to that question. Adam says, this week, Black Series Skeleton Crew, Fern, TVC Hammerhead, Ben Cooper, Halloween figures, Wave 3. Meh. Very cool. Very cool. Dodson says, my new acquisitions, my pre-order, Hammond Collection Spino came in, swap meat finds last week, damaged but working Lost World Green Packy, Cephalosaurus, and JP3 Hasbro female raptor for $5, and a Jurassic Park newspaper for $2. Very cool. Very cool. Battery Bob, today I just picked up the Spinosaurus set, Biopiosaurus and Ornithomimus Frenzy Packs. I think I got that one right. Since it's the latest for me, I picked up the last sealed pack of Star Wars cards from 77 I was missing. Then also managed to get the new retro box set. I'm jealous. I'm peanut butter and jealous of you, Allison. Mary says the Howler and Sabine, a New Hope retro set, and Topo Studios Drifter set and motorcycle helmet. Gosh, the Hot Toys unmasked Battens. Oh shoot! I forgot to show a new acquisition. I forgot to. Thank you. Good finds, Mary. All right, I forgot to show this one, you guys. My bad. My bad. Came in today. I forgot about it because it just came in. Hot Toys Darth Maul 2.0. Not the deluxe one with the speeder, but the Darth Maul 2.0. I think this one has the coin. Like the special edition with the coin. Let's see what else. PW1 says, I did get a $20 blurg one. Nice. Brad says, keep the droid together. It represents a unique time in history with the anniversary. Okay, that's fair enough. The good thing is, though, Brad, if I did take it apart, I could always put it back together, right? I already will have the parts. Even if I do divvy them up and put them on different droids, I could always go back and put it back together. So whatever option I choose, I'm good. I'm good. 17.28. How you doing? I got the Hammerhead and some G.I. Joes this week. Cool. Brad says, I pre-ordered the 20th anniversary Revenge of the Sith vinyl release. Ooh, nice. The records have a lava color to them. I'm not big into vinyl. I'm a sucker for all things Revenge of the Sith. I love vinyl, you guys. That's a really cool one. That's a really cool one. I love the feeling of like taking the record out of the slipcase, which jacket, putting it onto the turntable, grabbing the needle, putting it on, and then I just love that. Like, I don't know, there's just something like satisfying in it. Like, I think because it requires more effort compared to just picking something on your phone and playing it. I feel like it makes the music more enjoyable because you're going through more of an effort to listen to it, if that makes sense. I just love the ritual of taking the record out, putting it on, dropping the needle. Like, to me, that's just like, I don't know. I love that. I love that. A rat jump scare. Rat jump scare. Oh, Mickey Mouse. Is that what it was? The Mandalorian theme. That's hilarious. Milky Way Skywalker. What is up? Acquisitions: vintage Kenner style mallet from Cantina, the plastic vomit customs, TVC Imperial Armored Trooper, and 2 more A New Hope retro sets. 2 more retro sets. You are killing me, Smalls. Man, I want 1 of those sets. Wow. Mary loves TCM as well. Nice. Glad I'm not the only one. Allison says, very cool. Congrats. Brett says, where did you get this? I don't know what that's referring to at this point. Let's see. Dodgson, holy cow. Oh, yeah. We played that. Charlie says, Indiana Jones has a tear in his eye right now, Victoria. I want to be Indiana Jones. Let's see. Mary says, I like that picture of Marilyn. Very nice. Congratulations. Thank you, Mary. Are Marilyn Monroe artifacts and collectibles holding value? She passed 7 years ago. Yes, they're more expensive now than they've ever been. And part of it is that most of this stuff never even went on sale until 1999. That was the most recent. That's when the Strasbourg estate started selling her stuff in 1999. So the Kennedy dress, the Madison Square Garden dress has sold for millions and millions of dollars, and it gets more expensive every time it sells. So yes, she's more famous now, I think, than she was in her life, which is nuts. But yeah, very expensive stuff. And if an envelope is all I can manage, I'm okay. I have something. PW1, I got 2 boxes of the retro pack. You guys are killing me. Charlie says, no acquisitions. Pre-ordered the AOA Wolverine, so card depth. Oh, the new Artisan one, huh? Yeah, I saw that. I was like, huh, it's weird. It's interesting. I'm glad you got it, though. All right, my voice is getting tired. I've had a long day, but now I'm on summer break, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to get some rest, and I'm going to be staying in a haunted hotel fairly soon here in a week or so. So I'm excited about that too. But yeah, I think we'll be back next week, same time. I'll keep you guys posted on the socials. If you know anybody that you want to see on Cantina Social Hour, please let me know, or please let them know, like, hey, you need to make it to Social Hour. There was a question about doing a Jurassic June episode. That is the plan. I am currently planning on doing a Jurassic June special episode at the end of this month, in which we have multiple members of the Jurassic community coming on that you've seen before. I don't want to list off specific names yet because I haven't confirmed everybody yet. But if you've seen those Jurassic shows in years past, and you know it's going to be a big show, it's actually going to be Jurassic Social Hour. And we will have a very big panel. That's the goal. That's the plan, because it's been amazing in the past. So fingers crossed that works out. Is there a thing for fingers crossed, or is it just this kind of thing? Because I love y'all. Yeah, we'll be doing it at the end of the month because it's going to be in June, still Jurassic June, but also a week before the new movie comes out. So I think that's good timing. So that's the goal. So I may just keep going until then, and then I'll take my break, or I don't know. I may just take, instead of a month, like a couple of weeks off. I don't know, but we'll see. We will see. I will keep you guys posted. As of right now, we'll probably be on next week. So I will keep you guys updated on the socials, and I will be working on revamping the collection room because that's going to be a big time-consuming project. But I'm very excited about it because it's going to look wonderful when it's done, and I'll be able to display more 6-scale stuff. I'll be able to display. I'll have more room on certain parts of this in this room to display things. I'm excited. But you guys, immensely, thank you. Appreciate you all as always. You are the best audience in live streaming. I mean it. And I thank you for being here. I thank you very, very, very much. You guys are the best. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Dodgson. Thank you, Mary, Charlie, Pico Obi-Wan, Jason, Allison. I'm just batting off names. Brad. All the regulars in the canteen. You guys are the best. Better A Bob. You guys rock. You guys rock. Charlie, Big Mike TV. Yeah, you guys are the best. Thank you. I know you have other options. Robbie, thank you too. I know you guys have other options on your Friday night, but you're here, and that means the world to me. It doesn't matter how tired I am, I'm still happy to be here with you guys. Thank you for the positivity, for the love, and for keeping it positive here in the Cantina. Have a great weekend. Happy Jurassic June. Be well, be safe. May the Force be with you no matter where you're tuning in from out in that galaxy. Thank you for watching Cantina Social Hour. I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely weekend. All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much.